Hi everyone, I'm Rich McDonald, and today we're going to be talking about the hi-hat, in particular how it relates to playing Stompin' on a Riff by David Berger. This particular video is going to go fairly quickly, so hopefully you'll be able to watch it more than once and get some of the details. But the first thing I want to talk about is the space between the cymbals. It should be a good 1.5 inches or so that you can control the whole motion. Now I'm going to show you 3 different motions. The first one is kind of the most common one. It's just a heel toe or a rocking motion in the foot. That's really useful for playing swing. If you're playing in 3/4. Notice I had a little bit of extra motion in there on beat 3. But the point is that motion is really useful. However, let's say you want to play an open-close kind of sound. This motion doesn't work very well because what you get is open, close, closed, open. And what you want is, which is consistent with the way this came from with Joe Jones and some of the folks in the 30s and 40s, where they closed it with their hand. So this idea of playing open, close, open, open needs a different technique. So I play heel down. That way I can control when that comes up a lot easier than this extra motion I have in there with the heel toe motion. Okay, that's really useful. Now, the second thing I want to talk about related to that is what we would call the half-open hi-hat. And using that same motion, we can control the amount of openness to the hi-hat, if you will. You can play it totally closed. You can play it a little bit open, or even more. And what I do a lot of times is, like in the shout chorus of this tune, for example, if you look at video SE3, where I talk about it's a transcription of the shout chorus, and I start that with closed. And then I use half open to get to the second half of the shout chorus, which I have on the ride cymbal. So you can grow it. That's a really nice way to go from, the sort of lighter closed sound, half open ride, less intensity, more intensity, even more intensity. Okay, then the last sort of technique I want to show you is, I call it the leg drive, or the leg lift motion. And in this case, there's motion on every beat. I get a lot more power from this. 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in a big band, you really want to have that power, right? So you're playing. Now the thing you have to be careful with this is you don't want to get it to where you've got this spazzing out going on the left leg. You want to be able to control it a little bit. I mentioned control a lot. It's kind of, the idea is you start with control, then you can get out of control if you want. But, so what I do is a lot of times is I'll play, like if I'm playing a hip-hop thing, now if you're looking at my, the other camera on the leg here, you'll see I've got motion going on there. But it's not lifting, it's just simply that kind of a thing. One last thing I'll say about this leg technique is it's really cool to use if you want to play something other than tune 4. Like I'll play a little swing thing. Little triplets. So you can control that instead of it being on every beat. You can put it wherever you want. One last thing about that too, splash technique. ECM style. The chapter I do on I Should Have Known in this big band book, I do a lot of splash technique because I want to get a constant sort of wash of sound, and using cymbals in that splash technique is really helpful for that. Okay, so I hope I've given you some stuff to work on relative to playing the hi-hat with the stick and with the feet. Rocky motion, heel down technique for splash or for playing, and of course the leg motion for a lot of power in that left foot.